Lumberjacks and the Fort Francis Lakers. I'm Tanner Bickford with you. For SIJHL.TV, your Lumberjacks warm-ups are sponsored by Eskimo Ice Fishing and the Outbreak 450 Eye Shelter, offering the only trip-proof door on the market, so easy you can skate through it. Check it out at geteskimo.com. Well, final regular season game for these teams. Starters for Fort Francis, and you'll hear our Wisconsin Lumberjacks starters announced momentarily, but the Fort Francis Lakers starters. And in defense, Reed Zirkin, number 27, and number 14, Brandon Hill. And then the forwards are Clark Skadden, Ian Snooks, and Brady Krentz, and in goal, Brendan Strobel.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spooner Civic Center. Tonight's matchup is the
head coach for Fort Francis is Tyler Miller. Assistant coaches Cody Mosbeck and Luke Judson.
Your Wisconsin Lumberjacks.
Here come the
Let's
Jacks.
meet tonight's starters. First for the visiting Lakers. Starting at forward, number 16, Clark Skadden. At forward, number 19, Ian Snooks. Another forward, number 25, Brady Krentz. At defense, number 14, Braden Hill. His partner at D, number 27, Reed Zirkin. And starting in goal for the Lakers is number 30, Brendan Strobel. Coaching staff for the Lakers, trainer Brandon Bodnar.
And now they'll turn down the lights.
Luke Judson. Head coach of the Lakers is Tyler Miller.
This is one test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your Lumberjacks!
Lumberjacks have made their way out onto the ice.
Let's meet tonight's starters. At left wing from Duluth, Minnesota, sponsored by Acme Novelty, number 11, Connor McClure. At center from Wenatchee, Washington, sponsored by Trico Travel Center, number 27, Drake Flynn. At right wing from Duluth, Minnesota, sponsored by Acme Novelty, number 19, Cooper McClure. And defense from Sartell, Minnesota, sponsored by Bendy Gogger Agency, number 24, Connor Hacker. And defense from New Albany, Ohio, sponsored by Spooner Mercantile Company, your captain, number 16, Sal Pajali. And goal from Grand Rapids, Michigan, sponsored by Red Cross Pharmacy, number 29, Kyler Loudon.
And both the starting lineups have been introduced. We'll get to the national anthem. It's Connor McClure, Drake Flynn, Cooper McClure, Connor Hacker, Sal Pajali. Between the posts, Kyler Loudon. Now the national anthem. And there is the national anthems, both Canada and the U.S. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. 7 Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward, Hurt, Kurt, Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, and Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks.
Or Wyatt Corgan and Brett Klazowski.
Head coach for the Lumberjacks, Doug Lean. Ken Turnbull, the assistant coach and assistant general manager. Ross A. Strike and Matt Turnbull are also assistant coaches. Eric Larson, this is one of the trainers, along with Adam Barge. So a face-off to come at center ice.
Lumberjack fans, are you ready? And let's play hockey!
Facing off for the Lumberjacks, Drake Flynn. Lumberjacks back in their D zone. Down to the neutral zone, Flynn. Moves to his left. Sends it across the goal line. Connor McClure there to pull it away from the board. Now it's loose in the neutral zone in front of the Fort Francis bench. Chased down by Drake Flynn. Flynn. The near circle. Gets it poked away. That was Brandon Hill who was able to shake it loose. Line change for the Lumberjacks. Now Ryan Kaiser gets the puck, passes it into the neutral zone to Simon Davidson. Now from deep out on the right, Kaiser, a little right of the goal. From the slot, trying to find Dylan Olson. Not quite where McMillan thought he was going to be. Now the puck picked off. Wicklund by the near circle, takes a fall. Now loose in the neutral zone. Boris from the right on goal, but not too much of a threat for the goalie. Skylar Loudon able to stop it, and first shot on goal of the game. Facing off now for the Lumberjacks, Dylan Phillips. There's also Jack Wood of Fort Francis. The Lumberjacks trying to work it into the neutral zone. Axel Wyatt passes it over to Jopi to his left. Jopi back in the Lumberjack zone. Dumps it off for Phillips. Jopi back over to Phillips from the slot, shot left of the goal. Now Fort Francis has it in their zone. Over to neutral ice, and then Connor Hacker takes it for a moment, but past the goal line in the Fort Francis zone, and there to retrieve it, Brandon Kelly. Pass a little bit too far out in front of Tim Leroy. Now the Lumberjacks from the slot Shot off, deflected. Tim Leroy tried that one, and then screaming into the blue ice was Drake Flynn. Couldn't quite get it through. Now over by the board's far side. And around the boards behind the net was Leroy. Puck's loose in the Lumberjack zone. Into the neutral zone to Drake Flynn. Flynn to the slot to Sutter. Sutter can't quite get the wrister to go. Leroy just in front of the blue line. Gets the puck taken away from him, and then Zach Carson tries to send one through from deep out on the left side and can't quite do so. So 3 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 2 for the Lakers. Ryder McMillan facing off with Brady Wicklund. Lumberjacks control the face-off, but then Zach Carson misfires, and now the Lakers with the puck. Carson takes it back, passes it up along the boards to Olsen. Now Kaiser back in his own zone to chase it down. Shot from the near circle from Wedward. That's Dylan Wedward. Darnell Kempf goes deep back into the Lakers zone to get it, but now a shot from Dylan Olsen, but a little bit left of the goal. Into the neutral zone, McMillan. Back in their own zone, the Lakers. The pass up to Wood. I think Wood might have misfired on a pass to Trevor Sanderson. However, it may be closer to a shot, but now McClure, Cooper McClure, from the slot tries to flip it through, but it's stopped by Brendan Strobel. Goaltender for Fort Francis. So face off at the far circle between Jack Wood and Drake Flynn. Lumberjacks control the face off. Jopi. Pass to Connor McClure. Axel Wyatt lays it up along the board's far side. To it first was a Laker, but in the neutral zone. Cooper McClure going from left to right. Dumps off for Jopi. Connor McClure tried to squeeze it in there, but can't quite. Taking it away in the Fort Francis zone, Brandon Hill skates into some traffic by the Lumberjacks bench. Puck sent down to the Lakers zone. Behind their goal line, Hill. Pass taken away by Dylan Phillips. Skating down the right side, it's Scadden. Clark Scadden. Puck goes loose. Dylan Phillips going from right to left. Defender goes down. The shot from Johnson from the left side. And bodied up by Strobel. 6 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 3 for the Lakers. Darnell Kemp. Up the boards, right side to Krentz. Picked off by Leroy. Dumps it off for Drake Flynn. Flynn from the slot. Doesn't go through, and on the rebound attempt, Caden Sutter doesn't score. So still scoreless, but 7 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 3 for the Lakers. Racing to the buck, Tim Leroy. And then picked off by Connor O'Brien. Bryan tries to lay it into the slot, but picked off by Zach Carson. Carson up to Caden Sutter. Over to the left side, to the slot, to McMillan, who then laid it out for Leroy. And his shot attempt does not make it through, or on goal. McMillan tried to pass it into Tim Leroy, but took some physicality from Fort Francis. Davidson from left to right, puck goes loose. Catching up to it was Nolan Rideout. Lumberjacks take the puck back deep in their own zone, now into the neutral zone. Olsen. He into traffic, wanted Sutter. Jack Wood. From beyond the face-off circle. 2-on-2 opportunity. Olsen can't quite get past the defender, that's Brandon Boris. Little over 10 minutes to go in the first period. Coming down the left side. Tries to pass it in between the circles.
Lumberjacks would like to thank their sponsors. Artisan, your resource
But
for all your outdoor adventures.
the whistle blows and we have immediate timeout.
7 Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center.
So at the media timeout, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. Lean Law Offices of Hayward. Hurt, call Kurt. 7 Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, a proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. And Artisan, your resource for all your outdoor adventures.
Thank you to all our amazing billet families. We couldn't operate without you.
Also, thank you to some jersey sponsor, Beaches Athletic Club, Lakes and Trails, Tony's Riverside, Northwoods Lanes and Lounge, Spooner Outlet, Bush and Gillis Furniture, Ackley Novelty, Oak Ridge Tree Solutions, Spooner Mercantile, Northwoods Hardware Hank, Railroad Memories Museum, Wobblin' Duck Saloon, American Family Insurance, Spooner Outlet, Trigo Travel Center, Attention to Detail, PBR, Red Cross Pharmacy, and Shell Lake Chiropractic. Face off at the far circle in the Lumberjack zone. Controlled by the Lumberjacks. On the face off, it was Drake Flynn. Pajali trying to work the puck out of the Lumberjack zone. But we have a bit of a scramble for the puck in front of the Lumberjacks board, or bench. Jason LaLoose, puck down. Now it's McClure from the near circle, a bit north of the goal on his wrister. Lakers in the Lumberjack zone from just outside the blue ice. First wrist shot didn't go, then the rebound attempt also not quite getting through. And an opportunity right there for Clark Scadden, but turned away. Now the Lumberjacks coming down the ice into the Lakers zone, but back to the neutral zone. Carson from the high slot, shot a bit high. Connor McClure behind the net. Up to the blue line. Into the neutral zone. Kevin Bond. Dylan Wedward dumps it off for Brandon Hill. Brandon Boris chases the puck down, but then it's taken away. Caden Postal over by the boards, left side, then dumps it off. Here's Carson. Looked like he was going to try a shot from deep between the circles, but then instead passed it off wisely. Ryan Kaiser. Puck goes around the boards. Dylan Phillips. Puck goes loose, but had it for a moment. Carson from the circle near side. Over to Davidson. Now Davidson going behind the net. Wraparound attempt from Johnson. Zach Johnson. But off the mark. Carson passed it off to Ryan Kaiser. Kaiser. A little bit right of the post.
Lumberjacks would like to thank their sponsors.
And we have another media timeout. Thanks to our sponsors. Artis Ham, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino, Lodge, and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. And Lean Law Offices of Hayward. Hurt, call Kurt.
Also, tonight is your last chance to buy your raffle ticket for your custom Lumberjacks game jersey. Winners will be drawn after Chase and Jack.
So 9 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 6 for the Lakers.
We couldn't operate without you. If you're interested in joining the Lumberjacks family by becoming a billet contact,
Beaches Athletic Club sponsors the jersey of Will Forrester. Caden Sutter, his jersey sponsored by Lakes and Trails. Ryan Kaiser, sponsored by Tony's Riverside. Northwoods Lanes and Lounge, sponsoring Axel Wyatt. Michael Hendry, sponsored by Spooner Outlet. Bush & Gillis Furniture also sponsors Zach Johnson. Ackley Novelty represents both Connor McClure and Ryder McMillan. We'll get to others later on here in the broadcast. Face-off controlled by the Lumberjacks. Backhander from between the circles from Dylan Olson, but couldn't quite get the velocity on it he may have wanted. 10 shots on goal nonetheless for the Lumberjacks and 6 for the Lakers. So far the Lumberjacks having, or being a bit more of a threat in that category. Ryder McMillan facing off against Jack Wood. But they get moving a little bit too early. McMillan kicked out of the circle. McMillan chases it down in front of the Laker bench and has it back already. Davidson has the puck for a moment, but then loses it. Pass for Olson, goes under his stick. Kelly chases it down at the boards near side in the corner. Up to the neutral zone, Nolan Rideout. Loudon little bit of a risky maneuver there, going behind the net to get the puck and pass it off, but quickly able to assume position once again between the posts. Up to Olsen. Along the boards near side. Puck taken away. Connor Hacker was going for the slap shot from just in front of the blue line, but loses it. Now a wrist shot from Brady Krenz, and that caught up to by Kyler Loudon. Great save there by number 29. Face off at the circle near side in the Lumberjack zone. Flynn facing off. Thean Snooks controlled by the Lumberjacks. Clark Scadden at the puck for a moment. Hacker up to Flynn. And just before Flynn can cross the blue line, taken back away by the Lakers. Pajali dumps it off to the right to Connor McClure. McClure at the far circle. Sets up and a little behind the goal. And a 2-minute minor penalty. So Reed Zirkin will go to the penalty box for 2 minutes. Face off, Sal Pajali. So interference, the official call.
Penalty's been assessed. The Lakers number
On Reed Zirkin.
Receives 2 minutes for interference. That's Zirkin for interference.
Pajali over to the goal line.
It's a Lumberjack power play.
Then Pajali from deep out on the left side. Little off the mark, Pajali with the puck again. And picked off by Fort Francis. McMillan in the neutral zone. Able to get his stick on it. Pajali crosses the blue line. Down the left side. Pass to the goal line. Skates around the net. Ryder McMillan. Pass over to the far circle for Zach Carson. But can't get a shot attempt through. Lumberjacks back to their own zone to grab the puck. McMillan crosses the blue line. Dylan Jopi to Ryan Kaiser. And the puck goes out of play. Kaiser, his wrist shot doesn't make it on line, so 10 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 7 for the Lakers. Face off on the way at the near circle. Lumberjacks control it. Kaiser back in the Lumberjack zone. An errant pass. Picked out by Wicklund. But Cooper McClure has the puck back, coming down the left side behind the net. Over to Kaiser. Kaiser pass between the circles to Connor McClure. .11 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 7 for the Lakers. The Lakers cross the blue line with the puck. And a shot attempt ripped from the left side, but a little right of the net from Nolan Rideout. Jack Wood. Looked like he was winding up, but then couldn't quite connect with the puck. Connor McClure is trying to come down the ice right side, but there's a couple bodies in front of him impeding his progress. Pass to Axel Wyatt goes off his stick. Back behind the Fort Francis goal line. Jopi chasing down the puck, racing, Scadden. Sutter tries to dump it off to his right to Drake Flynn, but a little bit hot to handle. And some action just in front of the goal, but Fort Francis takes the puck back.
1 minute remaining in the first period. 1 minute
In the neutral zone, Brady Wicklund dumps it off, but picked off by Carson. Carson to McMillan. McMillan from a ways out, but a bit off to the right. Zach Carson. Had the puck taken away by Boris. Under a half minute to go in the first period. Winding up right there was Kevin Bond, but Davidson able to strip it from him. Olsen in the closing seconds. And that does it for the first period. 0-0 remains the score. 12 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 7 for the Lakers. Before we take our intermission break, also want to mention the rest of our jersey sponsors, or our player sponsors. Simon Davidson, sponsored by Oak Ridge Tree Solutions. Spooner Mercantile, sponsoring SIJHL. Northwoods Hardware Hank, representing Zach Carson. Railroad Memories Museum, representing Dylan Phillips. Tim Leroy, sponsored by Wobblin' Duck Saloon. American Family Insurance, the sponsor of Connor Hacker. Spooner Outlet, representing Drake Flynn, Dylan Olson. Trigo Travel Center, representing Drake Flynn. Attention to Detail, PBR, sponsoring Brandon McDonald. Red Cross Pharmacy, sponsor for Kyler Loudon, and Shell Lake Chiropractic, there for Emmett Doherty. So thank you to all of our sponsors helping make this possible. 18 minutes put on the clock in second period. Going to start in just a bit. We'll take a break, and when you hear me next, it'll be getting close to the second period. You're listening to Wisconsin Lumberjacks hockey on SIJHL.TV. And we're getting ready for the second period. 0-0 hockey game. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures, Spooner Health, a champion for health, and a champion for our community. 7 Winds Casino, Lodge, and Conference Center, a proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward, Hurt, Call Kurt, Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks. Face-off upcoming. Ryder McMillan for the Lumberjacks, and for the Lakers, it's Ian Snooks. Lumberjacks in the Lakers zone. Shot ripped from the left side from Davidson. Now the puck goes loose on an errant pass to Jopi. Jopi tracks back to the goal line in the Lumberjack zone. Gathered the puck. Jopi to the left to Wyatt. Wyatt over to Davidson. Davidson from just outside the blue ice on the right side. Doesn't make it through. Jopi deep out in front of the blue line. A little left of the goal. Jopi from just in front of the Lumberjack bench, left of the goal. From the face-off circle, near side, shot on the goal from the Lumberjacks. And that's Dylan Olson. The wrister from the near side, his first goal of the game, team's first goal, first score of the game, 1-0. Lumberjacks with the lead. And for Olson, his 9th goal of the season. And the face-off after. Lumberjacks into the Lakers zone again.
26-11-12. Thank you.
On the assist, it's Connor McClure and Ryder McMillan. So Wisconsin up 1-0. They draw first blood. Connor Hacker into the Lakers defensive zone.
For the Lumberjacks, Spooner outlets, number 26, Dylan Olson. He's assisted on a play by number 11, Connor McClure, and number 12, Ryder
Connor McClure.
That's Olson from McClure and McMillan. Time of the goal, 1:18.
Behind the net and then scraped away. Lakers have it, trying to get it into the neutral zone and then into the Lumberjack zone. Not sure they've been there yet in this period with the puck. Phillips crosses the blue line. Now a few bodies going for the puck in the neutral zone. 14 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 7 for Fort Francis. Carson passes it behind him to Phillips. Puck goes off Kaiser's foot and out of play. Face-off upcoming. between Jack Wood and Dylan Phillips at the far circle in the Fort Francis zone. One of the Wisconsin coaches talking with one of the officials, getting things straightened out. Lumberjacks to the puck first after the face-off. Carson from the high slot. And on the rebound was Dylan Phillips, but can't get it to go. Little collision at the boards in the near corner. Deep out in front of the Lumberjack bench left of the goal. Zach Carson. Kaiser tries it from the right side. And the putback, but waved off. So Kaiser, wrist shot from the right side, bounces off the goaltender, Brendan Strobel, and then looked like there was, off the deflection, another goal and a 2-0 lead for Wisconsin, but negated as it was called off. 18 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 7 for Fort Francis. Whistle was blown before the puck crossed, so no point awarded. No goal awarded, I should say. After the face-off, Caden Postal from deep in the center. Out the far circle. And Postal the putback. Gets the deflection. And a 2-0 lead for Wisconsin. I can't remember who attempted to shoot it first, but Postal knocked it through as it was hanging loose just to the right of the blue ice. So now it's 2-0 and immediate timeout. The Lakers call a timeout. So they'll look to regroup. Postal, he's of course sponsored by Ackley and Novelty. And the previous goal from Spooner Outlet's Dylan Olson. On the assist, Connor McClure and Ryder McMillan. Both of Ackley Novelty. So, Ackley Novelty, good sequence there. I'd like to thank our other sponsors, Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks, Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy, Lean Law Offices of Hayward, Hurt, Call Kurt, Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, a proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks, Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community, and Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Let me put a few more seconds up on this clock. There we are. Also, some of our player sponsors: Beaches Athletic Club, Lakes and Trails, Tony's Riverside, Northwoods Lanes and Lounge, Spooner Outlet, Bush and Gillis Furniture, Ackley Novelty, Oak Ridge Tree Solutions, Spooner Mercantile, Northwoods Hardware Hank, and more. We'll get to those later. Face-off coming between Drake Flynn and Brady Wicklund. Out of the Laker timeout.
Ackley Novelty's number 18, Caden Postal. He's assisted on the play by number 10, Zach Johnson, and number 20,
and the whistle blows.
Postal from Johnson and Phillips. Time of the goal, 3:54.
So Phillips was one of the ones credited with the assist on the previous goal. I'll have to get the other name here when we can, when there's a lull in the action. We'll make sure to retrieve that for you. Caden Postal the goal, and one of the players in on the assist, Dylan Phillips. And then also Zach Johnson. Lakers trying to get some sort of threat going offensively, but the Lumberjacks back into the Lakers zone. Skating down the right side, Tim Leroy dumps it off to Pajali. Pajali from a ways out, right side, left of the goal. Now here's a scoring opportunity for Fort Francis, but quickly there to recover was Pajali, and Hacker quickly joins them. Now we got 3-on-2, 4-on-3. Shot just left of the goal, the wrister from Leroy. Bit off to the side. 20 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 7 for Fort Francis. Wood and neutral ice. Puck goes loose between the two benches and right out. Looked like he was tracking it down for a moment, but Kaiser able to connect with the loose puck. Behind the net, McMillan fighting for it with Reed Zerkan. Puck goes loose from McMillan. Carson behind the net, passes it up along the boards, right side to Davidson, but goes under his stick. Carson between the circles, pass left to Olsen and picked off by Snooks. Snooks down the right side. Puck shaken loose. Carson the first to it. Krentz keeps the puck down near the goal line. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Davidson passes it off to Carson. Back to Davidson. Down the right side, looking for Carson between the circles, but puck out of play. And we're at the 13-minute media timeout, so 13-ish minutes to go in the second period. I'd like to thank the sponsors for your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. Lean Law Offices of Hayward. Hurt, call Kurt. Seven Winds Casino, Lodge and Conference Center, a proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. And Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures.
Once again, I'd like to thank all our amazing billet families. We couldn't operate without.
And also, thank you to our player sponsors.
Please contact Sophia Lee.
Railroad Memories Museum, Woblin Duck Saloon, American Family Insurance, Spooner Outlet, Attention to Detail, PVR, Trigo Travel Center, Red Cross Pharmacy, Shell Lake Chiropractic. Sponsoring various players, helping keep this entire operation going. Puck in the neutral zone, Joe P. And no look pass to Flynn. Scadden corrals the puck in the neutral ice. Coming down center ice and can't quite get the best shot opportunity he wanted, but still in the Lumberjacks zone. Flynn able to yank the puck loose, but his pass picked off. Scadden zips one from the left side, right of the net. Connor McClure dumps it off for Pajali. Drake Flynn coming down the right side and A little after the whistle. Action going on, but last regular season game of the year. Taking the let it fly approach. 21 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 7 for the Lakers. Face-off dot Dylan Phillips facing off with Brady Wicklund. Lakers in their own zone. Get to the puck. Then Postal picks it off. Dumps it off for Phillips, who is looking for the backhander but can't quite control it. Johnson from the near circle, a bit high. Puck goes loose in the neutral zone off the stick of Hacker. Wedward skating with it for a moment. Hacker has it back. Crossing the blue line, Wicklund to Wedward, and a shot from the right side. Little off. Postal from the deep right. Deflected away by Strobel. Then Phillips looked like he was going to have a good opportunity for a moment, but now the puck being fought for at the near corner boards. Able to shake it away, Boris. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Davidson over to his right to Hacker. Hacker back up to Davidson. Davidson between the circles. A little bit high. Pretty nice Wednesday turnout. Tell you what, some of those fans with a beer holding it out over the railing, a little bit risky. Hate to be the all eyes on me as I dropped a beer out onto the ice. But they live a little closer to the edge than I do. Kaiser chasing the puck down. Gets to Loudon over by the goal line, and he just sets it up for Kaiser. From the far circle, Dylan Olsen. His shot caught up too by Strobel. McMillan will be facing off against Brady Wicklund. Excuse me, actually. Trevor Sanderson. Jopi loses the puck, loses his stick as well. Ref has Jopi's stick, but it's 2 sticks now. Davidson crosses the blue line to the slot for Olsen. Olsen, wrist shot high. So face-off to come at the near circle. Drake Flynn up against Ian Snooks, and Lakers win that face-off into the Lumberjack zone. Hill along the boards with Connor McClure. Scraped away by the Lakers, but Trying to tee up the shot was Clark Scadden. Doesn't go. Now from the near circle and a bit right of the goal from Cooper McClure. Now Scadden tries to lay it into the slot for Brady Krentz, but can't quite get to it, and a great opportunity, but can't quite come through as Connor McClure, the pass just a bit out in front of him. And now we may have a little fisticuff action between Ryan Kaiser and Krentz, Brady Krentz, so those two getting into it a little bit. Kaiser will have to sit along with Krentz. And immediate timeout also comes with it. So with that, we'll thank our sponsors. Jack Link's, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks. Artis Samuel resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. 7 Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. And Lane Law Offices of Hayward. Call Kurt.
And Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. Fans, there's still time to get your Chuck a Puck and Chase the Jack ticket.
They'll be doing the Chuck a Puck between periods.
Tickets at the Chuck a Puck counter. Also, fans at your last
Beaches Athletic Club sponsors Will Forrester. Lakes and Trails represents Caden Sutter. Tony's Riverside sponsoring Ryan Kaiser. Northwoods Lanes and Lounge sponsoring Axel Wyatt. Spooner Outlet representing Michael Hendry. Bush and Gillis Furniture, there for Zach Johnson. Ackley Novelty, there for a few different gentlemen. Connor McClure, Ryder McMillan, Cooper McClure, and Caden Postal. Oak Ridge Tree Solutions, sponsoring Simon Davidson. Also Ackley Novelty, sponsoring Dylan Jope. Spooner Mercantile, representing Sal Pajali. We'll get to the rest later on. Face off at the near dot. Wedward facing off with Phillips. Controlled by Postal. Postal, who does have a goal. Minor penalty for both of the Lumberjacks and Lakers. So both Ryan Kaiser and Wedward to the bench for 2 minutes. Minor roughing penalties assessed. So 4-on-4 hockey. See if the Lumberjacks can perhaps take advantage of a bit more space on the ice. Hacker navigating from right to left. Now going behind the net. Hits the brakes. Pass up to Pajali. Over to the far circle, Postal. Skates around to the top in front of the blue line. Over to Pajali. Boards far side. Around the net. Nearly gets it poked away, but dumps it off for Phillips. And try to find Postal just in front of the net, but, or excuse me, Hacker. Can't quite connect. A little over 6.5 minutes to go in the second period. Jope, the wrister from out on the left side, and close. Strobel bounced off his chest and he was able to get on top of it. Ryder McMillan facing off at the far circle with Jack Wood, but McMillan a bit jumpy. Wood into the slot for McMillan, and then McMillan pass just a bit too hot for Olsen. And Bajali delivers a hit to Bono. Or Bond, excuse me. D looked like an O on the end of his jersey from here. Lumberjacks have it in the Lakers zone. Zipped from the left side, a little bit too tall. On the shot from Olsen. Olsen trying to track down Boris. Olsen from the near circle and deflected away by Strobel. Olsen from the slot to the right before he wanted to shoot that. And we have icing called. Also, on the ice, we are at full strength, or even strength, excuse me. Drake Flynn facing off with Snooks. Over to Cooper McClure for a second. Looked like he was going to try and bring it in, but couldn't quite get his stick on the puck the way he wanted. Wrister from the right. Caught by Loudon. So 4:56 to go, second period, 2-0. Lumberjacks lead the Lakers. Face off at the far circle in the Lumberjack zone. Ian Snooks facing off with Drake Flynn. Carson dumps it off for McClure. Flynn chasing down Darnell Kempf. Scadden trying to evade Carson, but Carson does track down the puck, pokes it away. Ryan Kaiser over to Zach Carson. But then picked off. Snooks just outside the blue ice right side and caught up to by Loudon. So 12 shots on goal for the Lakers, 27 for the Lumberjacks. Out of the face-off, Lumberjacks with control of the puck. Phillips crosses the blue line. Hits the brakes. Pass right to Postal. Zips one out from the right side, but turned away by Strobel. Shot from the slot to the left from Kempf. Wyatt lays it out along the boards, and Johnson can't quite get to it before a Laker player, but Johnson now has it back deep in the Laker zone. Wyatt from way out in front of the Lumberjacks bench can't quite connect. Now a shot from the slot, a good save from Loudon. Trying to get it through was Wedward. Now bringing it across the neutral zone, Sanderson dumps it off for Rideout. Then Rideout runs into traffic. Leroy pass it up to the neutral zone. Connor McClure from right to left. A couple people come into him, and now Connor McClure is down by the boards, but he's able to get up, skate off on his own power. The puck is in the neutral zone. And the refs are discussing something here, but do have a pause in the action.
So what do we got? 11's going to have the penalties. Sutter, but how long?
Looks like Sutter will go to the penalty box as well.
Yeah. That's scores on 2 or 5. That's 2. That's position.
So who's sitting?
2 is sitting in.
So a game misconduct tagged on to Caden Sutter. Now Sutter might be the one who jumped onto the back for a moment of one of the Lakers, but I think people were upset, wanted a whistle on Connor McClure, or on the hit that sent Connor McClure down to the ice. Didn't get one. Drake Flynn say he moved too early, facing off for Fort Francis, Ian Snooks.
Minor penalty has been assessed on the play to the Lumberjacks. Number 11, Connor McClure, receives a 2-point minor in a game misconduct in a game for unsportsmanlike conduct. Did you get kicked off? No.
So Caden Sutter in the penalty box, 5-on-4 for Fort Francis.
Unsportsmanlike. Serving the minor for the Lumberjacks is number 2, Caden Sutter.
So unsportsmanlike is the official call.
Because then I asked the game, I probably was training to
Wicklund up the left side to Sanderson. Sanderson has it stripped away by Carson. Johnson sends it down the ice. A few fresh bodies for both of these teams. Coming down the ice left side, it's Wedward. Wedward skates into a couple of bodies, but then Wood has the puck. But the Lumberjacks looking to likely won't be able to kill the power play because there's 35 seconds left of the power play and 20 seconds left in the half, but trying to get out smoothly into the second intermission. Buzzer about to sound in just a moment, and that does it for the second period.
Shots on goal for the second period for the Lumberjacks, 16.
So 28 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks after 2 periods.
Fans, get your chuck pucks ready. It'll be coming up
13 for Fort Francis. 2-0. Lumberjacks with the lead and going over the scoring in the second period. Dylan Olson put the Lumberjacks on the board with the first goal. Assisting was Connor McClure and Ryder McMillan. And later on, Caden Postal got the second goal, and And then assisting was Zach Johnson and Dylan Phillips. So 2-0 is the score, and we'll have the Chuck-a-Puck momentarily. I'd like to see how close some people can get. So the final regular season matchup. For Caden Postal, we'll take a look at his stats. That was his second goal of the season. Wisconsin, they are 6th in the conference with a 17-28 record. Fort Francis is 7th. They have a 9-39 record. Wisconsin 17-28, 3-3. Fort Francis 9-39-1.
All right, fans, it is time for Chuck-a-Puck. I will count down from 3. 3.
Chuck-a-Puck, and someone just false started.
1, Chuck your pucks.
But one of the early starters got very close. They might win. And I don't know if anyone else got the false start, so
That bucket's gonna get pushed right into those 2 buckets. Oh, almost landed there. Look at Buffalo stuff.
we have a couple close ones. They'll definitely have to put the eyes close to the bucket. Oh, there's one that is right on it.
This one over here is the winner.
Yep, I think you can see, if you look right to the left of the bucket, there's one just right next to it. I tell you what, I don't think it's quite touching the bucket, but it's not far from.
1.
And we'll see if that is, in fact, the winner. That is the winner.
184. She was looking at her hands like.
So puck 184, 18 minutes put on the clock. We'll take a break. Next time you hear me, it will be
Puck number 184, Lisa Mavs. Please come up
Lisa
to
Mavs,
the
the winner of the
79
Chuck-a-Puck. Well, next time you hear me, we'll be closer to the third period. You're listening to Wisconsin Lumberjack Hockey on SIJHL.TV, the Superior International Junior Hockey League. I'm Tanner Bickford. We'll be back for the third period. Welcome back to SIJHL.TV and our coverage of Wisconsin Lumberjack hockey. Just moments away from the start of the third period. Wisconsin has built a 2-0 lead in the second period. Dylan Olson with the first goal. Assisting was Connor McClure and Ryder McMillan, and 3:54 into the second period. Caden Postal scored on the assist from Zach Johnson and Dylan Phillips. It's about a minute and a half left before we get things rolling in the third period.
Welcome back to the ice, your Wisconsin Lumberjacks.
Couple of NHL scores in overtime. 1 minute 19 to go in overtime. The Capitals and Sabres knotted up at 4 apiece. And also tied at 1, the Avalanche and Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for the third period. Make some noise!
Drake Flynn facing off with Ian Snooks. Face off won by the Lumberjacks. Sukan. Deep in zone to get the puck. Trying to find some space to operate. Flynn picks it off. Turns and shoots to the right of the goal. And some action down by the blue ice, and the goalie is down. And a couple players there to get some shots on Drake Flynn. Must have made contact with the goaltender. It's Brendan Strobley was down for a moment. So it looks like someone will be heading to the penalty box. We'll just have to sort out exactly who. So Caden Sutter was in the penalty box, and then his penalty expired because there's about 13 seconds left of 5-on-4 hockey for the Lakers. Now Caden Sutter's back in for another 2 minutes. Face off at the far circle in the Lumberjack zone on the way. Drake Flynn facing off with Kevin Bond.
Receives 2 minutes for goalie interference. That's Sutter for goalie interference.
Sutter for goalie interference. Carson to the puck. Then loses it in the neutral zone. Right out over to Bond. Bond passes it behind him to Wicklund. Phillips knocks it down to the other end. Phillips trying to avoid Kempf. Wyatt to the left to Jopi. Scadden. Down the ice, Loudon. There to grab it. The puck just a bit too far out in front and to the side of Phillips. Now coming down the ice was Dylan Wedward. Took a little bit of a shot, but puck still in the Lumberjack zone, and Wedward tries to sneak it in there in the low right corner, but Loudon able to deflect it away. A little over 17 and a half minutes to go in the third period. Snooks facing off with Flynn. Pajali tracks the puck down. Lumberjacks back at full strength, so 5-on-5 hockey once again. Second power play killed today for the Jacks. Sanderson into the neutral zone to ride out. Being harassed by Flynn, can't quite poke the puck away. Hacker gets to it. Spins away. Screaming after him was Snooks, and now it's down into the defensive zone for Francis. Good shot from the right side, but can't quite sneak through. Now the puck loose down by the blue ice, and Pajali with it in the neutral zone. Fires it towards the goal, but goes off the body of Strobly. Hacker to Pajali. Now over to McMillan. Ryder dumps it off along the right side to Davidson. Davidson weaves between a couple defenders from the left side. Can't quite get it past the defender Brandon Hill. Bond didn't have much room to operate, but good try on the shot attempt, but just bit to the right. Olsen coming down the left side. Picked off by Wicklund. Krentz down the right side, taken away by Kaiser. Retreating back for it is McMillan. Now a scramble for it. And at the far corner of the boards, able to peel it away was the Lumberjacks. McMillan flips it into the neutral zone. Now back by their own goal line, the Lumberjacks, Zach Carson retrieves it. .30 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, 15 for Fort Francis. Carson at neutral ice and stripped away by Sanderson. Sanderson going from right to left. Goes loose, Postal. Able to grab it. Zach Carson going from left to right. Boris tried to lay a hit on him, but looked like Boris took the brunt of it. Now the race is on for it as Wedward tries to get to it before Joe P, but Joe P handles the puck first. Back behind the Lumberjacks net. Pass left to Phillips. Phillips from left to right. From a ways out from the center right. Deflected by Strobly. Now by the blue ice, the backhander attempted by Johnson or by Phillips, excuse me, and nothing doing. Thanks to our sponsors, Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Leading law offices of Hayward. Hurt? Call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. And Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks.
Jack Links, official protein snack of the Lumberjack, and Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. Fans, once again, we'd like to thank all of our amazing billet families. We couldn't operate without you. If you're interested in joining the Lumberjack family by becoming a billet, please contact Sophia Lee.
Well, a few more fans on their feet in this third period, hoping to see their Lumberjacks come away with a victory. Haven't seen any Fort Francis fans in the building tonight. That'd be a long trip. Interesting to see if anyone did make it, but players from all over, however, so wouldn't necessarily have to be Fort Francis to Spooner. Out of the immediate timeout, face off, far circle. Fort Francis to it first, but then stripped back away by the Lumberjacks for a moment. That's in the neutral zone, and we'll see who comes out with it. Trying to go from right to left and get the wrist shot to go was Kevin Bond, but doesn't quite connect with it how he wanted. Puck down in the Fort Francis zone. Now in neutral ice. Pajali up to Sutter. Sutter battling along the boards near side. Over to McClure. Cooper McClure behind the net. Gets it poked away. Hacker in the neutral zone. Crosses the blue line on the left side. From the near circle to the slot, but deflected away, picked off. Davidson back in neutral ice for the Lumberjacks. And the puck goes out of play. Looks like Ian Snooks may have took the puck off somewhere in the facial area. Doesn't look to be too beat up over it, but sure it had the sting at the moment. Ryder McMillan facing off with Ian Snooks. Davidson lays it out in front, but the first one to get to it is Kemp. Kemp's down the right side to Krentz, and Mrs. Krentz icing called. Face off on the way, far circle. Ryder McMillan for the Lumberjacks. And it is Snooks for Fort Francis. McMillan at the near corner. Goes loose, Krentz has it. Krentz tried to pass, but it was deflected by Wyatt. Now Davidson into the neutral zone and flips it towards the goal line. The race is on for it. Couple of fresh bodies onto the ice for the Lumberjacks. Zach Carson and Ryan Kaiser. And McMillan at the near circle. Gets it taken away by Krentz. And Carson pokes it loose, line change for Fort Francis. In the neutral zone, Johnson Sends it across the goal line. So the Lumberjacks right now chasing after what would be their 18th win of the season if they can hold on to this one tonight. And then Fort Francis trying to get into the double digits, looking for their 10th of the year. In around 10 minutes to go. Hacker navigating from right to left. Up the boards left side to Phillips. Now Phillips navigates between the circles and tries to flip it in, but unable to do so. 34 shots on goal for the Lumberjacks, just 15 for the Lakers. And icing is called. Thank you. So we have a face-off coming at the near circle in the Lumberjack zone. Connor Hacker with the puck after the face-off. Lumberjacks trying to get it out of their zone, and Boris gets his hand on the puck, but pays the price. A few Lumberjacks take it away from him. Send him down to the ice, but Lumberjacks can't quite take full advantage of that opportunity. Now Phillips between the circles, passes it off to Johnson. Goes off the leg pad of Strobly. Down to the neutral zone. Puck knocked down to the goal line. By Strobly. Chasing after it. He is Leroy for the Lumberjacks. And now the Fort Francis Lakers are on the board. It looks as if Wedward credited with the goal. So Dylan Wedward assisting Kevin Bond and Ian Snooks. After the face-off, Lumberjacks trying to get it back into the Fort Francis zone, and suddenly Fort Francis looks a bit more awake. They've got the lead to 2-1. The Lumberjacks lead, that is. This third period, they've come alive just a little bit. Cooper McClure behind and around the net. That shot deflected away. Now Leroy in the neutral zone. Able to bounce him away from the puck was Krentz. Behind the net with the puck, it is Pajali. Or Jopi, excuse me. Now Boris picks it off. Gonna connect, wound up and was looking to slap one from the near circle, but misfire. And Krentz, a misfire of his own. Olsen coming down the left side and tries to weave to the right and to the left of Kempf, but Kempf able to intercept him. This pass a little bit wide of the intended target. Pajali able to get his stick on it. And now looks like Wisconsin taking exception to the goalie getting contacted. Looked like contact was made and pushed the foot of a Lumberjack into Kyler Loudon, and similar to what we saw earlier when there was a brush up over by Strobley, and both goalies have been on the receiving end of a little bit of contact. Thank you to Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. 7 Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, a proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward, Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Lumberjacks.
Artisam, your resource for all your outdoor adventures.
2-1 is the score. 37 shots on goal for Wisconsin, 16 for Fort Francis. In the second period, Dylan Olsen scored the first goal of the game. Assisting was Connor McClure and Ryder McMillan. And then later in the second period, just a couple minutes later, Caden Postal put one through, assisting Zach Johnson and Dylan Phillips. But then the lead was chopped in half when Dylan Wedward put the goal through, and Kevin Bond, Ian Snooks credited with the assist. So face off at the dot far side in front of the Lumberjack bench. Lumberjacks win the face off for the moment. Pajali behind the net. Down to the neutral ice, over to Hacker. Pass to the far left, coming down the left side. McMillan can't quite hang on to the pass. Davidson goes down to the ice. Puck goes loose, but Pajali there to recover it. McMillan tries to squeeze it in the left corner, but goes off the chest of Strobley. And Postal had a good look, but couldn't quite capitalize. Scramble for it at the boards near side by the blue line. Puck still in the Lumberjack zone, now in the neutral zone. Or excuse me, in the Lakers zone, now in the neutral zone, and now in the Lumberjack zone. Pajali trying to get the puck out of the Wisconsin zone. Gets it to neutral ice. And Zach Carson picks it off from the high slot. Deflected away by Strobley. Johnson fighting for it with Boris. Johnson peels the puck away from the boards for a moment. Now he's back over by the boards and pressed up against them. Now in the near corner, down in the Lakers zone, Phillips to Johnson. Johnson back to Phillips. Phillips, a little spin behind the net. To Johnson. Johnson, the wrister from out on the left side, and turned away by the goaltender. Some fresh bodies on the ice for both squads. 3:19 to go, 2-1 the score. Wisconsin still with the lead that they accrued in the second period. Scrum for it at the boards in the far corner, and coming away with it was Flynn. Flynn tries to dump it off for Sutter. Sutter corrals it. Sutter trying to avoid Brandon Hill. Two bodies for each team, trying to fight for the puck. And the one to peel it away is Hill. Drake Flynn is able to apply some pressure, but now the Lakers get it down into the Lumberjack zone. Coming up on crunch time. And the attempt from Dylan Wenward, but catching it is Kyler Loudon. So we have a face-off coming at the far circle in the Lumberjack zone. Dylan Bond facing off with Ryder McMillan. Kent's from the neutral ice and bit left a little bit high. Jopi up to Olsen. Wicklund behind the net. Minute and a half, a little over by a couple seconds. Wedward from between the circles, a little bit right of being on goal. Jopi swings it around the boards and it's loose in the neutral ice. McMillan tries to get to it first, but beat there by Wicklund. So 1:17 on the clock. A pause in the action. Want to thank some of our player sponsors: Beaches Athletic Club, Shell Lake Chiropractic, Red Cross Pharmacy, Attention to Detail, PBR, Trigo Travel Center, Spooner Outlet, American Family Insurance, Wobblin' Duck Saloon, Railroad Memories Museum, Ackley Novelty, Northwoods Hardware Hank, Spooner Mercantile, Oak Ridge Solutions, Bush & Gillis Furniture, Spooner Outlet, Northwoods Lanes and Lounge, Tony's Riverside, and Lakes and Trails. Off the face-off, it's the Lumberjacks with the puck. Now getting into the Fort Francis zone. Phillips trying to stretch the lead, gets it into the near corner.
1 minute remaining in the third period, 1 minute remaining.
Hacker chases it down now in the Lumberjack zone after it was sent there by a Laker. Ref takes the puck off the shin. That can't feel good. And Phillips 2-on-1 opportunity, a little bit right of the net. And a near put-back opportunity for Johnson, but can't quite get it to go. Johnson. Left side, gets it shaken loose. Here's Jack Wood. On the left side, over to Wicklund. Now to Krentz. From just in front of the blue line, Hill. And just outside the blue ice. And the Lumberjacks are able to keep it out of the net, and they win the game. Got a little dicey at the end for the Lumberjacks, but they're able to hang on. 2-1, the final score. So 2-1, and the Lumberjacks are the winners in this one, and we'll be back momentarily, and next time you hear me, we'll be going through the stars of the game, and we'll quick run you through the scoring in this one, but 18 saves for Kyler Loudon. So we'll be back in just a moment, and we'll give you the details.
Third period for the Lumberjacks, 15.